how to get rid of a migraine attack. Because yes, you can. And it's so empowering. So in this video, I'll share everything about it with you, the entire process, also the reason why you're having a migraine attack. And I've got a lot of stories from clients as well. And to start with myself, in the past, I had migraine attacks every once in a while, and they usually lasted a day or even longer. A few weeks ago, it started again. I had one. I was walking the dog. My vision narrowed. I started seeing that crazy stuff in my eye. The headache came up, and then I went home. I did the release process, and 10 minutes later, it stopped. I could see properly again, and the headache was gone. And for me, this was actually a very powerful moment because I knew the technique worked with a lot of other symptoms like fatigue and pain and vertigo, but never did I experience it with a migraine attack. And then after that, a lot of clients from us also shared the exact same story. A migraine attack is scientifically coming from reduced oxygen levels in your brain. And people who are already prone to a migraine attack can then experience migraines. That's the scientific explanation, more or less. But for everyone who knows about Dr. John Sarno, the word about slight oxygen deprivation tells you a whole lot more. Because Dr. John Sarno developed TMS, the mind-body symptom. It's a theory that says that symptoms such as pain and fatigue are the consequence of the psyche protecting you against an emotional state. An emotional state that might otherwise be very overwhelming. And what the limbic system in the brain then does, it's that it's creating symptoms, for example, with slight oxygen deprivation, but also with muscle tension. And then via a very small change in the body, the limbic system can let you experience huge symptoms to make you go to bed. It's sort of the freeze response. You're literally frozen because with a migraine attack, you can't do anything. You have to go to bed. But after knowing this theory from Dr. John Sarno, I started working on resolving it. What if we can actually bring our clients in contact with these underlying emotions and let them cry the emotions instead? So you either experience the emotional overwhelm or the symptomatic overwhelm, the migraine. And I would prefer the emotional overwhelm at all times, but it's still not easy, of course. Then after feeling the emotion through, the repressed emotion is gone. Like it's no longer there, you released it. And then the limbic system in the brain no longer detects that danger, and it no longer needs to create that symptom to protect you, because the symptom is a protection mechanism. And it's going to protect you in a way that you will be completely obsessed with the symptom instead of the emotion that Lua, for example, experienced in her heart and throat. A few weeks ago, Luba in our community shared the following. I woke up this morning with migraine. I took tablets, went back to bed, and immediately turned into my body to feel the pressure in my chest and throat. I asked to show me what's behind this migraine. I was taken back to younger years, when I did something which caused a lot of regret and guilt later, which of course I repressed. Well, it came to the surface. I allowed all emotions and started crying and feeling excruciating guilt. I felt it half a day, almost panicking, but still observing and crying a lot. Then I went to say a prayer, and this is when it stopped. I started getting lots of insights, let's say from myself or intuition. I sat there in awe and started crying again, but not from pain anymore, but from huge relief. And what's more important, no migraine and no fatigue today. And it's actually funny to know that she was actually in our program just for a few weeks only, and she already managed this result. So we're very, very proud on that, of course. The title of this video, Getting Rid of a Migraine Attack. The getting rid part is probably not the right word, because getting rid of something is the reason that you have the migraine attack in the first place. And that's getting rid of difficult childhood emotions. And in order to get rid of it, you need to allow it. You need to process it. You need to feel it through. And I'm going to share exactly how to do this. I also have a guided session which you can join. But first, I'd like to share with you this video from Antonia, who also had a migraine attack and managed to become symptom-free shortly after.
Lately, I have experienced when I'm having a migraine attack that I can really feel into those symptoms, not being afraid of them anymore. I can really observe the sensations that are going on in my body and connect to the emotions. Most of the time it's anger and shame for me, and by connecting and allowing those emotions, releasing the underlying stress, and make symptoms go away in a very short time, like in only half an hour or an hour. That's a beautiful experience.
So while you're probably having a migraine attack right now, I'd like you to breathe consciously through your body. Just become in the here and now for a while. And this will usually take some time. You breathe through your body, and then at a certain moment, you'll notice that some places along your organs, between the throat and the bladder, feel a little bit more dense. It's like a squeezing sensation in the belly, for example, or some overwhelm in the chest, or like a potato in your throat. Sometimes it's as well in the stomach, or maybe at the bladder. And these sensations represent stuck emotions that are right now coming to the surface. That means as long as you don't stay occupied with the symptom, but when you connect with your body, you can already feel these sensations physically. That doesn't mean that you can already solve them emotionally. But when you breathe through these places along in your body, the symptoms will usually in the beginning intensify. That's like the limbic system of the brain saying no, don't go further. Don't do this. And if you will stop then connecting with your body, then the symptom works. It serves its purpose to protect you from your own emotions. But the emotions will stay hidden inside of your body. And next time when you go into a certain situation and you might be triggered with something that is already inside of your body, you might develop again a migraine attack for the exact same emotion. So instead, connect with your body, really feel it, breathe through it. And I've got, I think here, a guided session that you can do to do this work together. It takes around 10 to 20 minutes, and see if you can already resolve the emotion. And you will notice that after a while, you get better with this. It takes some practice because you need to connect intuitively and physically with your own emotions. That can be hard in the beginning, especially when the symptoms are that extreme. But after a while, you'll get better with it. And then you might be able at a certain point to switch them off by crying, by maybe screaming, by maybe feeling ashamed, by maybe feeling very afraid. And I'd like you to know that all these emotions, we'd like to bury them away in our body because they're not comfortable. But the process of healing and switching off the symptoms is about the exact opposite. It's about feeling it through, even though the emotions are overwhelming. So I'd like you to try that, and I wish you good luck with that. And before you go, please like and subscribe, and good luck with switching off your symptoms.